Half-Life got a remake on the Source engine, Blue Shift is getting one right as we speak by the HECU collective, so where's the Opposing Force remake we all clearly want? Where is Shepard? Of course, there is Tripmine Studios who are making both a Opposing Force and Blue Shift remake on the Source engine, but those projects are still a long way from actually releasing. So it's currently up to the rest of the community to try and lessen the hunger of Shepard stans. Let's have a look at a mod for Black Mesa that you can play right now that aims to bring a recreated chapter from Opposing Force into the style of Black Mesa. Intro time.
Lambda Generation.
Before I start this video, I'd like to announce that the Lambda Generation website has just received a major new update. The It Just Got Personal update brings a bunch of improvements and refinements to the site, making it a whole lot more pleasant to use. From now on, your feed is split up by 2 pages. The home page will show you posts from all the subcommunities you're in and all the people that you follow directly, so no more irrelevant posts for you. Are you feeling adventurous though? Check out the Explore feed. Here you'll find all the latest stuff from the entire website, so every subcommunity, just like how it was before. These now separated feeds will make the site feel a whole lot more tailored to you. There are also some smaller updates here and there though, like some layout and design tweaks, rearrangeable community icons, a much improved search algorithm, and much more. And yes, the weird scrolling bug was also finally fixed. Hooray! Check out the update by visiting LambdaGeneration.com, and if you don't have an account yet, you can make one for free. Now, onto the video. Crush Depth version 1.5 is what we're looking at today, and it basically does what it says on the tin. It's a Black Mesa style remake of the Crush Depth chapter from Opposing Force. You know, the chapter with all the water and all the big fish. Created by Canadian modder Cursed G-Man, or Danny, he promises 3 maps to include the entire chapter. He also promises some custom textures, models and sounds, extended and reimagined areas to modernize them a little more, and it also includes a cut Zen section in the second map. And you even have HECU arms. I think these might be from the Black Mesa multiplayer mode, but I could be wrong. Now, since Black Mesa doesn't have Race X aliens by default, they have been replaced by standard Zen aliens, like bull squids, hound eyes, and more. Especially bull squids seem to be very prevalent. Oh, and of course you don't really have the Opposing Force weapons to play with either, just the Black Mesa ones. But I'm sure you can fix that little problem with some mods. Heck, Cursed G-Man, or Danny, even links to some mods you can download to make this a slightly more complete experience, like a Up4 HUD mod, a Wrench mod, and a Night Vision mod. All just as easily accessible on the Steam Workshop. Okay, so how does this mod play? Is it good? Is it bad? And what do I think of it? Let's find out, shall we? Playing the first few minutes of the mod, you can immediately tell that the Black Mesa style has really gotten hold of this chapter. This is, of course, pretty normal as this chapter has been remade using mostly Black Mesa assets. However, it's another thing entirely to make it similarly detailed as the main Black Mesa campaign. That usually takes some effort, and I can tell that a lot of effort went into making these maps look and play good. Now, I wouldn't say that these maps look more detailed than the current Black Mesa ones, but they're definitely on a similar level. Even the Zen parts of this remade chapter look decent enough. How good are these maps in comparison to the original Opposing Force maps though? Well, I would say they're pretty well remade. It's the modern coat of paint you expect without making the maps feel too different. You can still recognize what's what. Now, I'm not an avid Opposing Force player or anything. In fact, I'm probably due for another playthrough pretty soon. Maybe I can get Emma to work with it somehow. But you can really see the upgrades with the on Steam provided screenshots. Some good work right here. Although I will say that these decent looking maps do bring some frame rate issues with them. The main Black Mesa campaign plays pretty smoothly on my machine, the game being set to pretty much the highest graphical settings and in 4K. But somehow this mod chugs every so often. Maybe an optimization issue somewhere? Area portals and vis leaves are a pain to work with, I know. Now, it's not horrendously bad or anything. I do mostly have a good frame rate, but it just kinda stands out when it happens. So do keep this in mind when you decide to play this for yourself. Other than that, the mod plays decently when it comes to the gameplay as well. Never did I feel like I was being overpowered by enemies, and the Raise X enemies being replaced by normal Black Mesa enemies worked out pretty well too. Although I will say that there are a lot more bull squids than I remember. Maybe all the Raise X enemies have just been replaced with bull squids. Now don't get me wrong, I like sharing spit with a bull squiddy just as much as the next person, but I don't know if I can handle this many at the same time. There are also lots of ichthyosaurs, or however you want to pronounce that name. Probably a remnant from the original chapter as well. So if you love fishing and using a crossbow underwater, then I definitely recommend subscribing to this YouTube channel. Oh, and this mod, of course. With around 3 maps to explore and about 20 minutes of playtime, if you're experienced with the layout and mechanics of this chapter, it's definitely worth checking out for a bit when you just need to kill some time. You know, like when you're waiting for access to Counter-Strike 2 but you just keep not getting it. Valve, please. So that's about it for Crush Depth by Cursed G-Man, or Danny. What do you think of this mod? Would you play it or would you skip it? Definitely let me know in the comments. You know I love hearing from you all. If you do actually like this mod, then you'd probably be pleased to hear that Cursed G-Man, or Danny, is remaking other Opposing Force chapters. He wants to do Welcome to Black Mesa and Vicarious Reality, some of his favorite chapters, so be on the lookout for that. Bit of a different and shorter video this week, hope you guys don't mind. I just thought, hey, I don't talk about smaller Black Mesa mods too often, so why not tackle that sometime? And that's exactly what I did. Don't like that? Well, okay.